Hello, guys. Welcome to the API 101 session with Postman. This is a part of series of multiple events with the motto to provide API literacy among peers and understand how the current modern world is backed by APIs. You will get a brief intro to what API is and have hands-on training sessions on using APIs with Postman. So, we request you to keep your laptops handy. At the last, but much awaited, we'll also disclose you how you can get your pretty cool Postman swags. So, let's begin by first introducing our host of the events. We are Sourav Bera and Swastik Mishra, a pre-final year student at Institute of Technical Education and Research, Shiksha Anusandhan University, Bhubaneswar. We share some common accomplishments like being Postman student experts, leading the Google Cloud Facilitator program at our college, and we are also coordinators of and managers of several open and college communities. Rather than that, we have also have experience of working into Postman since a year about.
Today, we are going to go over an introduction to APIs and Postman. Then, we'll talk about requesting and receiving data from an API. And we will try some things out. After that, I'll let you know how you can get really cool swag from Postman so that you can stay tuned till the end of the session. Then, we'll go over some follow up resources so that you can continue your learning. At the end of the session, we will have Q&A to clarify your doubts. We can think of an API as a waiter at a restaurant. Imagine you go to a favorite restaurant and you want to order. In this case, you are the client. You are sending your request to the waiter who tells the kitchen what to make. The waiter will come back with your food, or they may come back to tell you that the kitchen is out of what you ordered. Regardless, the waiter serves a mediator between you and the kitchen, and that's what APIs do for clients and services. Billions of people own smartphones and use them to share photos on social network. This wouldn't be possible without APIs. Sharing photos using a mobile social networking application involves the use of different types of APIs. First, to take photo, the social networking mobile application uses the smartphone's camera via its API. Then, through its API, it can use some image library embedded in the application to invert the photo's color. And eventually, it shares the modified photo by sending it to a server application hosted on social network server using a remote API accessible via network. Usually the internet. So in this case, in this scenario, three different types of APIs are involved: a hardware API, a library, and a remote API. Sometimes we need to get data from a service like Google or Facebook. Since we don't have access to these companies' code base, they create APIs so developers can get information from the services without access to the code base. Both developers and non developers use APIs to get data from popular services like Twitter and Google to use in their own projects. The wonderful thing about development works now is that you don't have to build everything from scratch. You can use services from other companies because so much software nowadays utilizes APIs, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Which is why we want to educate as many people as possible on APIs and how to use them. So you might ask that what are different type of APIs or which APIs are available for use? Well, yes, there is an API for literally everything, be it Spotify, Google, Facebook, everything. So you might as well get your hands dirty in them, right? This looks like a software version of Lego bricks. You know, those plastic blocks that you can put together to create new things? The possibilities are endless. The only limit is your imagination. When I was a child, I used to play with Lego bricks for endless hours, creating buildings, cars, plane, spaceship, or whatever I wanted. When I was bored with one of my creation, I could destroy it completely and start something new from scratch. Or I could transform it by replacing some parts. For example, I could even put existing structure together to create a massive spaceship. It's the same in the API world. You can decompose huge system or software bricks that can be easily assembled and even replaced thanks to APIs. But there are some minor differences. So, if you see this slide, you see two pictures over here. The picture in the left, which is written in curl command line, this was how APIs were used or written before Postman came into the picture. Of course, you can see it was very difficult to use and understand, especially for a beginner. But with Postman, you can see how the UI is so much better, and most of the things can be done using simply a click of a button. Postman allows you to accomplish the same thing that curl command line did with many more features like saving, grouping, visualizing, sharing request and response, etc. Postman has tools for building, testing, and documenting APIs. Okay, we have talked about APIs. Now let's talk about Postman. Postman is a collaborative API development platform that allows users to create, test, and run APIs. Postman is an industry standard tool as well, so you will probably run across it in the workplace. Who uses it? Around 98% of Fortune 500 organization uses Postman for their API development. As you can also see in the screen, companies like Philips, PayPal also use Postman for the API development. If you're confused about what that means, don't worry. We are going to use Postman today to make APIs requests, so you will see what it's all about. Now I would hand over to Saurav. Saurav, you're not audible.
Sorry, guys, for the glitch. I'm extremely sorry for that. So yeah, we were discussing what a request is and what a response is. Now, as Swastik explained, that we put a request to the waiter, and the response comes from the kitchen. The Who brings the response? The API. That is the data from the data servers are brought to the end client users through the use of the APIs. Now that we have talked about the APIs, let's talk about the methods and endpoints. First, making a request. How we can interact with the API. Requests are how we communicate with the API. You need three things to make an API request: the method, the URL, and the path. These elements let the API know what kind of request you are making and where to send the request. Now, we'll discuss each of the things in detail, and we'll cover those things in the hands on training also, so that it will be easier for you to understand. When we make a request to an API, we specify that what we want to get out of the API, or what kind of data we expect, whether to put a data, whether to get a data from the data servers, or to update an existing data. It might be a delete function also. Methods are like verbs, they are actions. They let the client know which action to use for the URL. There are a lot of methods out, but the ones we'll cover in this basic session of API is get, post, put, delete. In Postman, by default, the in Postman by default the function is the get function. As the name suggests, the get function is used to retrieve the data. Then comes the put versus patch. The patch is used for updating the partial data of a record. Think of a data existing in a record with some sort of correction required. Then we use patch to update the data. Whereas put requests are designed to completely overwrite an existing data for a record. In addition to a method, there is a delete function, a delete method, which is used to delete the data from an existing data server. Now, we'll discuss the several parts of an API. An API contains of the primary path, the second the endpoints, and maybe an optional parameters. There might be multiple parameters. Here, the https www.google.com is the entire path which contains the protocol and the domain. Next comes the endpoint search. And we can additionally put some sort of queries or parameters like the search, whatever we want to search. Now, specifying detail. When you make an API call with a get method, it will usually retrieve everything from the URL address. Next up are authorization options. Since this is a 101 session, a basic session of APIs, we won't go over the full details of authorization. In general, authentication lets the API know what permission the client has and determines what data can be requested. One of the common types of authorization that you will use is an API key. There are several other forms of authentication that includes access tokens, client ID, or maybe in the form of a client secret keys, which are common to the publicly open source APIs. Then there's a header section. Headers are metadata for the specific request. Some APIs require you to send particular headers that's not shown in the URL, unlike how parameters are sent to the URL in the entire URL body. It's common practice to send some authorization data like access tokens and such in the header. But think, if we would have sent the same secret key or the access keys into the URL path, will that be detroiting or exposing the user's secret data? Isn't it? Finally, There's the body. This is mainly used to post or put methods when you need to specify the data you need to send with a request. Typically, you will send a JSON object in the body. Guys, I think you are following me up, and if you have any doubt, you can feel free to like add your queries into the comment section, and as well as we will also like cater to your doubts in the Q&A session. Okay. So then comes receiving responses. There can be several types of responses coming from an API, but we need to categorize what type of responses are coming. So when you send an API call, you will receive a response for sure, right? This includes status codes like 200, 400, 401, etc. What does it mean? When you make an API call, you will see the response values at the bottom. For status 200 OK is usually the best response for the API to work. OK, 200 OK means successful. Most other common examples are 201 created when a post request is being sent to the API. 400 is occurs when a bad request is there, and 401, which is very common, unauthorized. 404, not found. We don't have to remember any of these status code, but when we are using Postman, we need to simply hover over the status code, and it will show us what the status code means. This is another feature of Postman. Now, Now it's high time that we have discussed the theoretical aspects of APIs. Hope you are following with me. Now, don't you think that we should gain some hands on experience on it? So, go ahead and navigate to the public workspace. This HTTPS bit.ly hands on 101, and I am there with you guys to follow with you. I'm just sharing this link in the comment section so that you can follow up. Yeah, guys, I have added it to the panel and I'm sending it to the comment section. Just a minute. Yeah, yes, you can simply follow this dot ly slash. Yep. You can go to this link and paste it on your browser. Now we'll be switching to the most interesting part of the session. Just head over to a new. Hope the screen is visible to you, and just go to https bit.ly slash hands-on 101. This is a link to a public workspace. Now, what we'll do with the public workspace? Just a minute. Yeah. So, this is a public workspace named Postman Student API 101 Workshop, specifically created for this session to train you guys. So, I have already signed in. I'm just signing out. Have you entered into this URL? Give a thumbs up if you have already entered into this URL and you are following me. Um, I expect this. Guys, please be interactive. Yeah, Pratik Lenka, Dharya Jain. I'm waiting. Yeah, guys. So basically, when you like enter into this public workspace, okay, I'm just showing you in incognito so that you can have a better view of what exactly will it show to you. Okay, just a second. I'm just removing this. Yeah. So the screen is visible. Like you have a public workspace over here. Either if you have an Postman account, Postman client account, okay, then you can just sign in through here. Or maybe when you if you don't have an account, then you can sign up through an email account, or you can directly use Google Sign In feature. Okay, you can directly use Google Sign In feature to sign in. Okay, so just follow this, and I already have an account, so I'm just signing in. Yeah, guys, many of you are following me. Great. You can directly the host have been vigilant into the comment section, and you can just post your queries if you have any. Just a minute. Yeah. So yeah, many of them are there. Kaushik Lakhani. Okay, so now once we have entered into this public workspace, now there are many buttons over here. We are totally confused at how to use it. So you can think that this is a public workspace or a directory. Okay, under a public workspace or a root directory, there are several sub collections. Okay, or sub packages you can think of. Okay, so these are the sub packages or collections called collections in this Postman application. Okay, so these are the collections. Now since this is a basic workshop, so okay, and a hands-on training session, we will be going through this collection basics of API. Now you need to click on this basics of API. Once you have clicked it, there are several options showing you. This is the documentation of the complete collection package. Okay, we'll be going through the documentation, but before that, let's interact with you. This is the comment section. You can click on the second button and just click on the comment section. Now, since the Postman is a collaborative development tool, isn't it? So now, how can multiple developers working on the same project, or maybe same collection, can interact with themselves, or maybe a same package? Okay, say same open source workspace. Okay, so how can they interact with them? Suppose I am developing a get request, and Swastik is developing a post request. Now, how will they interact with each other? Now we can use this feature or inbuilt feature of comment section and just interact with ourselves. Okay, so Postman is a multi collaborative environment, development environment. Okay, so just I want you all guys to actually just to check whether you are active over here and following me. Just add us something comment like, hi, I'm into Postman. I already have a comment over here. Hi from Sourav Bera, and hi. I am into Postman. Guys, you can add your comment over in this public workspace. It's all visible to me. and other people who is viewing this public workspace. Okay, can't able to sign in. Uh, Amay, you need to create an account if you have already not created an account, and you can directly use the Google sign in feature to just sign in. It's taking time to sign in. Yeah, exactly. It's taking time to sign in, but please bear. It will be open soon. Signed in. Great, great, Shreya. Great, Abhishek. It is asking team URL. It's asking team URL. Just a minute. Use this. Please make sure that the URL provided to you is used for signing into the workspace. It is giving 500 error. Okay, just use make sure that you are using the same URL. If you have entered into a different workspace, it might not be public, so it won't be available to you. Just open the link again after signing in. Yeah, great. So guys, I'm waiting. Can you please add your comments over here? Thank you, sir. Yeah, Pratik. Exactly, because I had added a comment 2 hours before, and I have recently added another comment just now 4 minutes before. Okay, so just you can add your comment, and you can also have a check on the timeline with when the comment was made. This is useful because if I have, suppose I am working throughout the night and I have been adding a comment to my tagging one of my colleague, okay, at 3 a.m, so my colleague won't be available, but yeah, I can tell him that yeah, I had added you into the comment at 3 a.m, okay, so the timeline feature is also available over here. Please help, already added but not showing. It's too slow. Oh, okay, okay, just wait a second. I'm just refreshing it, and might happen like it would be there. You can use the direct URL provided by Alisa, and that is actually the exact URL. Yeah, I got a few of the comments. Rajneesh Singh, hello everyone. Hey, I am in Postman. Great, Abhijit. It's completely get controlled. Okay, great. How to open comment section? You can just click over the second button over here and open the comment section, or you can directly just a second. Yeah, like if you even close this, you have the in the rightmost section, okay, there is a panel of buttons, and you can click on the second button to open the comments, the first button to open the documentation. Why my comment is not okay? Just Savan, just wait a second. Okay, it might be visible in a few minutes. Okay, so just I'm proceeding with the session. Okay, now the thing is that for each API is being created, it's a normal convention. It's a general convention that is followed. Is that creation of the document? document is most important thing. Suppose I'm into this workspace, okay, and I don't have the, like a proper knowledge of what these like for what these APIs are meant for, or maybe how to use these APIs. Okay, so but like I would be completely ruined. I cannot use this API, right? So documentation is an effective way to provide. Just a minute. What's happening? Okay, yeah. So documentation is an effective way to actually provide the a user of this API information about the APIs and how can be used, and what the body must be, or what parameters must be. Okay, so we'll be just leveraging that. Before that, like think guys, if like suppose if we are working into a public, this is a public workspace, right? And if we try messing up this with this public workspace as you are doing in this comment section, okay, so will not that be like a bad impression, or maybe like it may also ruin the complete collection, okay, which we are using. If like by mistake we can also ruin this. So what we need to do is that we need to create another copy of it in our own workspace, our own private workspace, which might be or might not be visible to any other, okay, and we can directly use these collections over there. So to create a fork of it, just hover over to the basics of API. Then there is a three dot buttons, okay, just click over it and click create a fork. Next, are you following me, guys? Just give a thumbs up. I'm waiting. Yeah, Aditya, then finally good. Pratik, do I have to create a fork of it now? Yeah, sure, sure. And even if you are not able to hover into this three dot icon, you can just click on this fork button, okay, and create a fork. Now, what this fork does? This fork just creates a copy of your of these collection, okay, to our own workspace, so that we can use it, we can even update it, or we can maybe use it for another endpoint or URL, okay. We can leverage the effectivity of code reusability, okay. Like many of the git and github user might have this knowledge of the fork, okay. So for creating a fork label, right, great, Manas, Pavan, Pritam, great, Vishnu, great, Harsh, Pratik, Dharya, great guys. So now fork label. Okay, now before creating a fork, we need to add some configuration, or like we need to name it. Okay, so fork label. Fork label is nothing, just a label for that fork, a particular fork. So it can be anything. It can be a date. Like I follow the convention of a date, so it's 7th of October. Okay, seventh. I prefer the name English naming convention. Okay, so 7th October 2021. It can be my name. It can be anything. Okay, it can be just API basic training session. Okay, and where the work where should I fork it? My workspace by default. Okay, just follow that. Now click on a fork. See, fork created. Yeah. Now you can view my workspace. See, there in the workspace section there is my workspace. You don't need to click over there, but you will be automatically once you have forked it, you will automatically be redirected to your own my workspace. Okay. Arijit, great. Shubham, great. Shreya, yeah, you are doing great. Okay. So, like, see, there are several other collections which I have already created since I am using Postman. Okay, there might not be such collections in your own workspace, my workspace. Okay, so don't worry about that. We just need for this session, we just need the basic of API. Okay, and there is a copy of it. I'm just deleting it for. Okay, so I have the basic of API being forked. Okay, and you can check the label is also there, 7th of October 2021. I can have a check upon like through the labels for what I have forked it, or maybe when I have forked it on which date. Okay, so just click over it and go to the rightmost section. Okay, or you can just click on the three dot icons and view documentation. See, the documentation has opened. And the documentation consists of entire stuffs what these collection is made for, or what are the endpoints of the url, what is the path of the url, everything. Okay, so first we'll go through a basics of using the postman client. Okay, so now we'll go into click on get data. Okay, now it tells us add the url here, right? So what we'll do is that, guys, before starting, just think that if we use a basic url to test whether it's working or not, whether the postman client works in real or not. So what we'll do is that we'll follow the most used api in the world, that is google. Okay, it's not an api, but yeah, it's a front end. So we'll just try and test what happens. Okay, do you think we'll get some sort of responses over here? So let's check. So okay, www.google.com, you can just follow this link. Okay, and I request the moderators to actually give the required urls in the comment section. Yeah, follow it. So okay, just click on the send button. What this send button will do is that it will put a request to the postman client. Okay, sending. Now see, oh my god, what a hell lot of things are here. I don't know html, css, I don't know, I completely don't know, I'm unaware of that. Okay, so how will I understand it? Now this body section contains a lot of when a data when a get function get api is called. Okay, there might be some small data coming, or there might be a huge data coming in the form of any json format, or maybe html format. Okay, so we have different ways of visualizing the data. There is a pretty method, there is a raw method in which the data is completely viewed as a raw. Okay, there is a preview method wherein we will get the entire thing being viewed in a in the front end way, like in a ui based way. Okay, which is like human readable. Okay, so the thing is that the my google.com's ui has already been available over here, you can check it out. Okay, now think that if I have to suppose like I want to make a sorry, if I want to leverage the use of postman, है ना, I want to make the use of search engine of google, है ना, through the postman kind. What will I do? Suppose if I want to search about postman. Okay, let's check about postman. So what we'll do is that we'll have to add some parameters over here, right? What is our search query? We'll have to add a query over here. So for adding the parameters, you can directly add over the param section. You can head over to the param section, under the key option, just add q, which is query, which is an abbreviation for query. Okay, I'm adding it, q. Okay, an abbreviation, and your value. Suppose it can be your name, it can be your college, it can be anything. Okay, whatever you want to search. Now since I have added the parameter over here, it has already added it to my urls path. Okay, the urls parameter section, the main url. Then I'll click on send. What happens? Oh my god, I expected, let's check. This is not that what we expected. We expected that it would have sent us the search result, right? But what's happening? Let's check whether the same is happening in google, right? So we are into google.com. We'll just simply search postman. Okay, okay, now we see what is the issue. Here you can see into the url, it's https semicolon slash slash www.google.com slash search and in the parameter list there is question q equals postman, right? And there are some of the the cookie section, or maybe for the sign in options. Okay, these are like this can be ignored. Okay, but the main thing is that we are missing the endpoints in the url body. We are missing the endpoints, so that is why we are not getting the result. Now we try to add the endpoints in the url. Click on the url. Okay, just before the question mark, add a slash, then search, बस इतने ही, ठीक है. So what we'll do is that now we'll send a request. Let's check whether our search whether the Google search engine returns the result or not. Yeah, guys, you can see the we have got the response. We have got the same response as it's in this case, right? So we have got
Saurav,
the response. Yeah.
Saurav, you can you go a little slow? Like people are
Okay,
not
okay,
able to.
okay, great. So, okay, no issue. Vishal, can you please tell me where are you stuck? Okay, guys, just tell me like where are you stuck, or maybe if you are following. Okay, just give me a smile in the comment section, so that I can know that you are going with me, or whether I'm very fast. Amay, it's great, awesome. Thank you, Amay. Going nice, Umesh. Great. Okay, so Vishal, specifically, just tell me, like, where are you stuck, or should I start from the beginning, like, for the search Google search option? Kaushik, Lakhani, Manas, great. Savan, great. Chetan, Savan, Harsh, you guys are doing pretty well. It may be your first time, but you are doing very good. Mavish, great. Aditya, Shivam, yes, one more time, Shivam. Okay. Vishal, add Google search option. Okay, okay, great. No issue, no issue. What we'll do is that we'll remove this section, this search endpoint. Okay. Now we have only the domain or the host server. Okay, host server's address. The domain is an abbreviation to the host server's address. Okay, so this is my protocol. This is the domain. This is my parameter. Okay, now I try adding this to the browsers. Okay, because a browser can get an equal request as in case of a post request. Okay, just I'm adding the parameter q equals postman. Okay, so let's check. See, we are getting the same response as in the case of Google. Okay, like in the case of Postman, we are getting the same response. I'm just sending over here. Just check it out. Yeah, see, I'm just raising this part. Yeah, Vishal, can you see? We are getting the like Abhishek, I'm using Postman application. Great, Abhishek, no issue. You can use the Postman application. That's even better than the web UI. But yeah, if, like just follow with the things going on, and you can definitely use the Postman application. That's even better, and we recommend it. Okay, so the thing is that we are getting the UI with the search bar with Postman as a parameter, Postman written. Okay, but what we want, we don't want this. Okay, we want the search engine to return us the result of the search, isn't it? So what we'll do, we'll just try in Google. Okay, and just refreshing the browser. Okay, and I will switch to google.com. Now I'll type in Postman. Okay, and this is the result what we want. That is the search engine's result, what the search engine fetches for us regarding the query Postman. Okay, so now what we were lacking behind. See, the URL given here is http google.com/search. Okay, right. So we were lacking behind the endpoint. We had given the path, we had given the protocol, we had given the parameter, but we were lacking the endpoint for the API. Okay, so what we need to add is that we need to add a slash, Okay, then search, simply type in search, and then whatever was written, that is a parameter question mark q equals postman, or it can be anything, it can be itr. Okay, just our college. Okay, or for any other students from outside itr, you are pretty well welcome. I can just search any other name. Okay, just you can add it to the comment section and I will show you. It pretty well works for anything else. Okay, so just I'm typing it for itr. Okay, and see, we get all the results for itr, isn't it? But previously what we were getting is that we were getting the web ui, in which only in the search bar it was postman written. Okay, so now, uh, like we have already tested it for get request, but now listen, for what we are going to do is that for this for the for a specific, like the postman has already created for us a specific ui, a specific api. Okay, which is to be used for these kind of training sessions. Okay, and it's pretty awesome. Like we will be exploring it very soon right now. Okay guys, and like just I'm pretty much excited to just share you with the API. So we will be using four functions as four methods we have already discussed. That is get, post, put, and delete. Right now, the thing is that what has been given in the URL documentation, the endpoint URL, that is http postman student.heroku.com. That is the domain wherein it was registered. Okay, or the basic URL path. So I'll just click on get data. Okay. Before that, most important, when we are working into with Postman or making our collections, we need to save it, right? If we don't save it, we might want it in few near future, but we cannot get access of it. So you can simply click on this save button over here. Okay, and it will save it to the get data section, get data request. Okay, get data is a request, and or you can simply click on control as usual. Okay, and save it. Okay, right. So now I'll just omit this url over here, and I'll paste the postman's url. Okay, so let's test it for the get method. Okay, what does it send us? Hello world, right? No issue. But the thing is that this is basically a joke api. Okay, wherein we can we can post many jokes as well as view many jokes. Okay, so what we are lacking behind in this case again is that the endpoint, that is joke. Okay, so I have added the joke. I'm just sharing the link with you all guys. And just add this is the base path. Okay, and with that you just need to add the endpoint. Okay, and this is the complete the url with the endpoint. Okay, and we'll just send a request with get call. Okay, get method. So let's check what does it show. We'll move into the pretty section. Okay, okay, now it shows it's a json data. It's basically a json data, and it contains what id, author, and a joke. Let's read first the joke. Question: what is a hardware? The part of a computer which you can kick. Oh my god, it's truly insane. Yeah, true, true, of course, true. Yeah, it's pretty common to me. I don't know about you guys. It must be even same for you, right? So this is the source. Okay, fine. Okay, so now if you like again click on send, maybe like it's the api is built in such a way like you might get you might not get the same result. Okay, it always fetches a different a random joke. Okay, right? So with a different id. So there are some built-in jokes. So we are just getting those. We have already created those before the session, so that we can view it right now. Okay, and now suppose think like what we have to do is that now I want that no, I want my specific joke which I have added which I have added. There are multiple people who are adding the jokes. Now I want my specific joke. Now what I will do is that simply I will after the endpoint we'll just add a semicolon, right? And id. Okay, once I have opened the semicolon, you can just check. I'm just adding this link also for your reference so that you can easily get access of it. Okay. When you're bored with a tough problem, hard press. Yeah, great. Yeah, great, Chetan. It's true for me. It's true for me, and it's true for even other people's also here, right? So, okay, we have as soon as I have added the semicolon ID, I have got the path variables over here. Like I can add directly the path variables over here. Suppose for path variables, I want the joke with the ID one. Okay, now it will be same for all of us. I'm just sending the request. See, question, it's the same, like the id with one. Okay, the what is hardware, the part of the computer which you can kick. Guys, it like just for a cooling the moment. Okay, just you can share your jokes whichever you have got in the comment section. Okay, if you have got any other joke, you can share so that we can also enjoy the moment with you. And if you want some other joke, okay, you can just type in another id. And okay, a new joke with id 2. Okay, who is a programmer? A programmer is a machine who turns coffee into code. Okay, great. Yeah, yeah, true. Okay, so we have already analyzed how we can just get an AID, get a joke with a specific ID, or maybe we can get a random joke through this command, this endpoint. Okay, now we again move to the documentation. Documentation is the most important thing which we will follow throughout this session. Now let's check. Okay, now what the documentation mentions is that endpoint URL, this we have already covered. Parts, it has three parts: quote, joke, book. We'll come to that. All parts can handle all requests. The methods get, post, put, delete. We have, we'll we have already discussed that we will be covering all the four methods. Okay, uh so okay, fine. Before coming to the post, we'll explore the joke, the get request with some other anonymous id. Okay, suppose I add a very big number which might not exist in the database. Okay, what the result is, let's check. Joke not found. Great, because with that specific id the joke does not exist, so it's working all right. Okay, great. So now what we'll do is that first of all, guys, tell me, shall we move with this joke, or shall we, like, we have three options. We have three different endpoints for the same url, same api. Okay, either joke, quote, or book. So you can quickly add into tell me like which to follow, either joke or quote or book, in the comment section. Joke not found. Yeah, great. With the id 5. Yeah, it does not exist in the data center, that is the data server. So it's move on. Great. Kaushik Lakhani quote. Okay, but I'm pretty afraid that none of us might be knowing so much of quotes. Joke. Great, Sunanda. Umesh, joke. So okay, majority of people are pertaining to jokes. So we'll move with joke. Like it's also a refreshment type of thing. Okay, so now now since we have already explored the get request. Okay, now we'll be exploring the other three methods. We have covered the first method, now we'll be covering the other three methods. Okay, so just click on the three dot buttons. Okay, and then click on create a request. Or you can first of all make sure that you have already saved it, by clicking control s. Okay, it's already saved. And then we'll move into this. Okay, add request. Okay, add request, we have added a new request. Now that we want this request to be post. Okay, what we'll do is that we'll go hover it into this get section. Okay, now we'll click on it. Once we click it, Postman supports multiple form of methods. Okay, we have only discussed four methods because this is a basic section which is most commonly used. But Postman supports most of the kinds of methods like possible. Okay, for the APIs. So now we'll be exploring the post method. Okay, so just switch to post, and just you can add a request label. Okay, this is my post, post data. Okay, just add a request label over here in the top and click enter. Okay, so see it gets updated over here, and even for post also it should have been get updated over here, like post get post data. Okay, but no worries, it would be updated very soon. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll always have to like stick with our base endpoint. Okay, so we'll first add our base endpoint. Okay, then we'll add our base path, then we'll add our base endpoint. Okay, that is joke, or it can be quote or book any thing, na? But I would recommend you to follow with this URL because it's your first experience with hands-on training. Okay, so now think of it like we are just adding a post, and we are just we want to post a data. Okay, to the joke function, joke endpoint, that is a joke API. Okay, we are just like clicking on send. What message shall it be? Okay, so the message is message ID not sent, param ID. Okay, location body. Okay, okay. So what it says is that, like think of it like you are suppose you are into an online examination. Okay, but you have entered into the examination, the timer has already started, and you have not edited any of the question, you have not edited any of the answer. Okay, so and each of the answers are necessary to be added. Okay, suppose like the question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are necessary to be like answered, it's mandatory. Okay, you cannot escape it. So if you click on submit, will it allow you to submit the answers without with the blank spaces? No, you must add either some character or maybe some value into that particular answer. So like similarly in the cases of post API, unless and until we specify what to post and where to post, the API won't be able to get that thing right. So first we'll have to add it to the body. Okay, so it says us to add the ID to the body. Okay, so we'll like follow the entire structure. First of all, the entire structure is given in the what the body structure should be, it's given into the documentation. We'll go switch to the documentation section. Okay, then we'll move to the post, and it's given. Okay, the the body of the post is given the JSON form data. Okay, now we'll move to the post, and just like in the raw section. Okay, since it's a raw JSON body, we'll add the body. Okay, I'm just adding the body into the comment section so that, can you please zoom in a little? Okay, okay, sorry guys, I'm extremely sorry for that. Thank you, Rajneesh. Thank you, Pratik. I'm extremely sorry for that. Yeah, I hope it's now visible to you. Okay, yeah. So the thing is that like we have added the body. Okay, now it's already a pre-made body, and it's since this API is being created by our the program manager, that is Ali Mustafa Shah. Okay, so he had already he had added the complete documentation, and it's pretty well documented to like to be used with a new by a new beginner. Okay, so what we'll be doing is that we'll be creating our own body. Okay, like we'll be just editing the body. First of all, let's try with the same body whether it like performs or not. Okay, we know we already have knowledge that a joke with ID1 already exists. Okay, so now we'll test whether the API is able to like add the data with another joke with the same ID. But see, the joke is different, bugs are features. Okay, but therein the joke was different. So we'll try whether the post request is able to do it not. Okay, you can just add in the comment section that whether like you do you feel that it would work. Okay, It's telling me ID not sent. Okay, parameter ID. Okay, sure, sure, sure. Sorry. Guys, before making the post request, okay, like you need to follow the documentation, and in the documentation it's given that see here the base URL slash joke, add the body to your request in the body tab and select JSON from the top down. And this is the example of API request. Okay, fine. See, you don't need to add this. In this in the raw section we have already we have moved to the raw section, but we had forgot a thing. We had to switch to the JSON body. Okay, since this is a raw JSON body, now we'll make the post request. See, joke with ID 1 already exists. Add a new ID. Now we need to add a new ID. So I think Prashant was telling that joke with ID of 5 does not is not does not exist. Okay, so I'm just trying to add. See, it has added it to it. Okay, like the joke with ID 5 has already been added. Now let's check whether it's truly added or not. Get data. We'll switch to the get data. Okay, and yeah guys, you need to, before making the post request, you need to switch to the body. Okay, the base URL will be same. Okay, I'm just resending the entire thing. Okay, this will be the base URL for the body. Then you need to click like on the body, and then click on raw. Okay, and this will be the JSON body, raw JSON body. And and you need to switch to the JSON tab. By default, it's text tab. Okay, so and then just click send. Okay, but make sure that first of all you have added you have changed the method to post. Okay, otherwise it won't work. So now we'll try for get data. Okay, we'll try for get data. We'll check. We'll add a path variable with ID 5. Okay, and let's check whether it works or not. See, we had added the new joke. Ye author Ali Mustafa and joke bugs are features source ile.dev. Right, it has been added to the data center data servers. Okay, so and it's it's available to us through the APIs now. Yeah, okay. So now, if I try to create another joke, okay, with a new joke, and guys, be please be a little innovative in adding your own jokes, okay, because it won't like be a good thing that if you are adding the same joke multiple times. Okay, so let's. I'm not that good in writing jokes, so I will be being. I'll add something. Okay, programmer. Uh, eats coffee, drinks coffee, sorry, more than three. Okay, just it might not be sensible. Okay, I'm just adding it, and I'm editing the author to my name. Okay, Sourav Bera. Okay, you can do it the same and send. Yeah, it has been added, and you can check even this check the status code 201 created. It has already sent us. Okay, and if once you hover over the status code, it will send you the entire detail of what the status code means. Okay, so guys, a quick work for you. Just add your ID into the comment section, and we'll check with what joke you have added to the data servers. Just quickly add your IDs which you have selected for post data, and then we'll move to the patch. Thariachen 7. Okay, let's check. 777. You can add any ID. It can be a very big number, but just follow a normal convention. It can be with something within 1,000. Okay. Okay. Two bytes meet. First byte asks, "Are you ill?" The second byte replies, "No, just feeling a bit." Okay, great, great, Daria. It's truly awesome. and there are some other. Uh, it's Umesh with ID 51. Okay, let's check. 51 ID. Okay, send. I hate you. I hate you. Okay, okay, great, great, great. Uh, is it sensible to me or like it's a joke? I did not understand. David. Okay, so let's check for Abhishek. It's 49, 45. Sorry, and just one more try. Great, 69, and this will be okay. Hoping for something. You are the tall. Yeah, might be talking sunlight more. Okay, great. Yeah, fine. So thank you guys for sharing your 400 coming here. Okay, 400 coming. Okay, just a minute. Make sure, Pavan, make sure that you have added the post method. Okay, then you have like added the same URL path body. Okay, and then in the body section you have added click on draw and then change the default text to JSON. Okay, and then you have added the JSON body and then clicked on the send button to make the post. Okay, it's giving cannot post. You must have used a like ID which is already existing, or maybe you can. It's Rishabh. Can you please give me an elaborated thing, like view of what you are getting, what the problem you are facing? Pratik, sorry, ID 200. ID 200 means like status code. Okay. Pratik, you must have been using a get function for the post call. Switch to the post call. See, uh, like initially it might be in by the in default state it will be get. Okay, just click on it and switch to post. Okay, gives bad request. uh Chetan, I'm just resending the JSON body. Make sure that you are just using the same JSON body format. Okay, just use the same body format. You can edit it, but don't edit the key values. Okay, and for you make sure that you are using raw and as well as JSON. Raw and JSON inside the body. Uh, yes, we are now working. Great, Pawan. Great, Pawan. You are doing well. You have fixed your first bug in Postman. Make sure you select JSON in body. Yes, sir. Guys, anyone with any other doubt, please can you add check ID 30? Okay, I'm checking Malvika. Vishal Bharti, bad request from me. Make sure that you are following the same rule. I have already posted it into the comment section. Please check it out. And for Malvika, I'm just checking it. Show the still bad request. Yeah. Check 90, check 88. Okay. So let's check 90. See, for the ID 90, we get a joke by Shreyash. What do you call beers with no ears? Oh, God, B. Yeah, good, good, good. Awesome. And let's check for 88. It's pretty pretty interesting to check like this, right? You can just try it out like when you are exploring Postman. Okay, and APIs. Question 0 is false and 1 is true. Right answer 1. Okay, great. Yeah, it's bit logic. True, true, true. So great, guys. You're like I think you have sorted out your things, and it's all good right now. 520. Okay, I'm checking it. Can't find variable section. Rishabh, like which variable section you are talking about? Just I'm just re-showing it. Okay, okay, just showing it again. Okay. Uh, First of all. You don't need to do anything in the param section because we don't send any parameter over here. You just need to switch over the body section. Click on the body, okay, and then just move, like click on the raw, okay, raw. Once you have clicked on the raw, switch to from text to JSON, and then send the request. Before that, make sure that you have already changed it to post. I'm facing internet issue. Can't help, Rajneesh. You just wait for a few minutes, and the internet connectivity will get better. Okay, so guys, now we have already covered two of the requests. Okay, now we'll be covering the third method. Okay, third method. So again, we'll add a new request. Okay, now guess what we are going to do. We have already created an id. Okay, you will be using your own ids. Okay, or you can either also use any other ids. Okay, no issue, but try using your own ids. Okay, because it would be a synchronized way. Okay, so patch data. First of all, we'll name it, the name of the request is patch data. Okay, and the type will be patch. Below the put, it's patch. Now we have already discussed that patch is used to update existing data. So we need to make sure that the id we are using has a date, like it exists and has a joke or data within it. Okay, so first what we'll do is that we'll paste the base url. Control z, uh, just adding the base URL. You can just refer to the documentation section for the URLs. Okay, no issue if you have already messed it in the comment section. I'll move to the patch. Just closing this. Okay, make sure that you are saving it. Okay, it's important that you're saving, and then we'll move to the patch section, right? And see it, the post has already been updated. Now I'm I will say for patch, it will also get automatically updated over here. Patch data. Okay, what type of request is it? We are already defining it. Okay, over here. Now postman dot, we have added a base path. Then we'll add the the endpoint, and then we'll follow the documentation. Okay, for put request. For put request, it tells us, sorry, for the patch request, we need to follow the patch request. Okay, uh, guys, just update it to put. Okay, so because the method being used over here is put, so just update it to put and save it. Okay, so that it reflects over here also. And then we'll be moving to the documentation part. For the put request, you need to add the base url, then a slash joke. Okay, and in the body, in the body section, you need to just add the same format of json, raw json body, with the same with an id with of an existing joke. Okay, so we'll move to the body, click on the raw. Guys, I'm just adding it. Put, follow this, enter, and you need to follow this url. And within that, you need to follow body. बॉडी के अंदर में जाओगे तो फिर उसके अंदर में रॉ आएगा, ठीक है। रॉ में जाके तुम्हें जेसन टेक्स्ट हटा के जेसन लेना है, ठीक है। जेसन फॉर्मेट है। इफ यू विल बी यूजिंग टेक्स्ट फॉर्मेट, देन वील बी लाइक कीपिंग इट बाय डिफॉल्ट टेक्स्ट। ओके, सो जेसन, एंड फॉर द बॉडी आई एम जस्ट सेंडिंग यू। ओके, सॉरी, go to the documentation section. Okay, click on either just manually copy paste it, or you can just click over here and it will automatically copy your data. Okay, and click over here and post it. Just follow the same format, but make sure that you're using the id which you have already created. Okay, it may be any id that you have already created. So id I created was 5. Okay, now I would be changing the base id with some new id. Okay, uh, I'll just change to coffees. Coffee is parent to snake. Okay, like Java is parent to Python. Okay, it does not make any sense, but yeah. anything. Okay, you can add a better comment. Okay, a better joke. Okay, and then once you have like added the put function method, the base URL along with the endpoint and body as raw, and you have changed the type to JSON instead of text. You can just click on send. No content. Okay, fine. I might be missing the body. Okay, ID. Sorry. Just I'm using another ID I created. At times you're stuck, you need to follow the documentation. You can read the documentation and you can follow the documentation. Like it will completely help you to get out of the things you're stuck. Okay, so we'll move to the everything is like it looks okay, so we'll just send it. Okay, 204, no content. ID 2021. Okay, just try. Let's check first. Let's check whether it's getting updated or not. The ID 5. Okay, bugs are out updated insects. Yeah, great. See, guys, for the yeah, see, I have already like the data is updated over here. You can check. Bugs are out updated insects. Okay, and for like you can follow for the same for any URL for any ID. Okay, so I'm trying for 7, a random one, which I had got in the comment. Let's try. Yeah, guys, what are you getting? I updated my joke with my ID 7. Great, Harry. Uh, what problem are you facing? Can you please tell me? Chetan, try 500. Shivam, put the blank. Yeah, it's the body returned is blank. Okay, no issue. Pratik, it's saying cannot put jokes. You must be using an ID which does not exist. Okay. Shivam, yes, done. Great, Shivam. Umesh, 69. Update 69. Okay, great, Umesh. You have updated it. Abhishek, check ID 45. Okay, let's check. You have, I think you have updated it. It's if at first you don't succeed, call it version 1.0. Is it same? Umesh, updated joke on ID 69. Malvika, done. Great, Malvika. You're doing great, guys. Cheers. Okay, guys, put a thumbs up for you all. Okay, and then we'll moving to the fourth method, and which is the final method. After which we'll be wrapping up. Updated joke on 88. Please check. Okay, sure. 88. I don't see a woman as objects. I consider each be in a class of her own. Great. It's a new joke, I guess, and you have updated it. So okay, you can check 90. Is it updated or not? Okay, sure. I will check 90. Ha ha ha! It's joke. Yeah, it's a new joke. So guys, you are able to update it right using the put function, put method. Okay. Now I'll just save it. Control S, save. Okay. Now what we'll do is that we'll follow the last on the fourth method. Okay, which is last but not the least, which is very important for us. Like it's delete. Okay, so we'll add a request. Okay, He'll add a request. Guys, we'll not do this first. Okay, first of all, we'll first check whether, yeah, you're sure, whether the post or the put or the get is work. Like, we have already checked for the get. We need to check from the UI, okay, whether the post or the put is coming on, put data is working or not, whether the data is being added or updated or not. So let's check from the UI. Okay, so we have a UI version of the same API. Okay, so I'll be just checking with the joke. Okay, I'm just checking with the joke, and I hope most all of your jokes might be viewable like here. See guys, it's added. All the my code, Hari said, coffee is good. My code is stop working after 10 minutes. Oh my god. So, bugs are features. Great. And so, see, guys, so all of the jokes have been added to the web UI. Okay, this is nothing but it's a front end view of the same same API. Okay, it basically just renders in the front end the same jokes which you already added using the post and the put function. Okay, either you have added or you have updated. Okay, so you can find your all jokes over here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so guys, there is a lot many jokes, and I will be surely reading this after this session. Okay, but just prioritizing your time, I'm adding a new request, which is the delete request. Click on the get. I think you are enjoying it and you are learning also. It's your first experience and you're doing pretty well, guys. Like, some of you are like, I'm pretty sure that most of you are doing very good. So we have updated it, the type to delete, है ना? But remember, before that we need to name the label. It's not mandatory, but for our convenience we'll be adding a name to the request. Okay, so delete data, can be anything. Okay, but for convenience to understand, we'll just name the as delete data, and we'll click Control S. Okay, to save and see delete. Delete data. Okay, now we will be following the documentation again. The documentation is must for any API which we are using. It's must. Okay, so now for delete, to delete a joke, use base URL slash joke slash ID of joke. I hope you guys are remembering your jokes. Okay. I don't remember my jokes ID, so I will be just using a random one. But I'm just sharing the link. You can use this link to actually delete your joke, and I will be just showing you again in the web UI whether it's deleted or not. Okay, so try deleting your own joke rather than anybody else's. Okay, uh, I have added, right. Great. So you don't need to add any parameter, I guess, over here. Yeah, we don't need to add any parameter, only just the ID of our joke. Okay. So I remember I have added a joke with ID 5. Okay. So now I have added the method type delete joke with ID 5, and we'll click on send. Let's check status 200. Okay, great. And joke with id 5 deleted. Okay, now let's check. We cannot check with the id, but guys, I'm waiting. Okay, just try to delete your own jokes and whichever joke you want. Okay, and we'll check whether it's truly working or not. Okay, and we can even check if the from the get data. Okay, I'm just changing this id to 5, and I'm checking whether the data exists. Joke not fun, it's true. Deleted and confirmed with ID 7. Great, Dharit. Great. You are using the delete as well as get data simultaneously to check. Isn't it like awesome? You're doing great. Kaushik, joke with ID deleted. Can you please check whether Kaushik, that the joke with ID is deleted or not? Savan, great. Shivam 520. You can check yourself whether I'm checking, but you can also check yourself using the get data. Okay, just update the ID in the path variable and check joke not found. Yeah, great. Shivam, great. Uh, Shivam deleted ID 2250. Great. Umesh 69 deleted. Yes, working with both the methods. Great. The area. Ame. Uh, yes, 90 is deleted. Kaushik, yes, checked. Yes, joke not found. Now it's time to check the web UI. Okay, though there exists many. I think most of you, Ali sir has not deleted his jokes. Okay, fine, no issue. And like for the other jokes, I think most of the jokes have been deleted. Okay, and there are some who have not deleted yet. It's fine. You might not be remembering your IDs. Okay. 45 deleted, 2021 deleted. Yeah, good number, good ID, deleted successfully. So guys, so you can like pretty well analyze that through the APIs, okay, through the endpoints of the APIs, and through the documentation. With the help of the documentation, we can easily use anybody else's API. APIs are not being created by us. We are using an pre-built APIs. Okay, we can also create our own APIs, but for reference, we put a documentation so that anybody else coming to view our API or wants to use our API can easily use with the help of the documentation. And the documentation must be as much detail as possible so that newbie can also follow it. Okay, so we have used all the four the methods. Okay, now let's return to the main like presentation. Okay, now I think it's the most important time for you guys because I like the thing you were waiting from a long time. Okay, so it's the time for the same, but we'll be coming soon. We'll be coming to it. Have patience. Okay. Okay, so recapitulation of what we have done. So okay, like we have today covered requests as the essential requests to receive data and update API data. Like we have covered the methods, the get, post, update, put, okay, and delete. Okay, the for the update it's patch or put. Okay, for, alternatively, and it depends upon how the creator has created the API. Okay, it's always mentioned in the documentation. Then it's address. Okay, it's we have covered addresses. What is the entire URL body? What is the address? What is the path? What is endpoints? Okay, what is protocol? What is a parameter list? What is a body? Okay, we have covered the parameters as told. Okay, we have covered authorization, but we haven't covered authorization in a practical way. Okay, we'll be covering it very soon in the upcoming events. Okay, we will be having a series of multiple events like this, and truly believe me, like this was a basic one. Okay, in the upcoming sessions you will be enjoying a lot with a lot new like things coming. We will be using authorization, we will be using authentication, we will be using like multiple complex type of APIs. Okay, this was a beginner level API. We'll be using complex type of APIs. We will be rendering data through an API. Okay, we'll be updating some sort of like data, some sort of web API, web site or web app through an API. Okay, many things can be. Every modern application is built upon API. The modern world completely works upon API. Think of an Instagram, think of an YouTube. Nothing can work without the help of multiple APIs working behind. We don't know, but we there are multiple APIs working in the backend. Okay, the completely you had a recent WhatsApp down. Okay, it was because of the servers being there was some issue in the servers or the APIs. So either of the thing stops working, the entire process will down. The entire world will be down for that point of time. Okay, so it's that important. Now we come to another important thing: Postman Student Expert Program. No, Postman is a like global company. It's a very global company, and it's most one of the most prestigious companies in the which is spreading API literacy throughout the campus. And it's an initiative in our campus also that it's a pleasure for our campus also that Postman community has taken interest to like extend their resources to our campus. Okay, so and that is why we are able to organize such sort of events. Then you can just apply for the Postman Student Expert by filling up the Google form over here. Okay, but don't worry, even if you don't know about it, it's basically a basic training session. Okay, first of all you have to follow a training, and then you have to complete some sort of work. Okay, an assignment which is given by the Postman community. And once you complete it, you get a very awesome badge which you can share it in your LinkedIn or in your social platforms. And even when we add Postman to our resumes, it looks pretty cool, isn't it? So this is something which we'll be covering in the upcoming sessions, and we will be, believe me, we will be guiding you through how to get these Postman Student Expert badges. Okay, and you require proper information for it, and we'll be providing everything to you. from scratch. So this will be an upcoming now. The most awaited win amazing swags. Okay, so like most of you were awaited about what cool swag postman swags we will receive and how we will receive. Are we eligible for it or not? So okay, so the thing is that before coming to that, the number of swags is limited. Okay, so we have what we have decided is that you do something and you grab it. Okay, you get for it or you earn for it. Okay, so we have planned a few contests for you so that you can grab the postman swags, and we have not decided yet the number of postman swags which will be available to you guys. Okay, or how many people will be selected for the same swags. Okay, it will be decided completely on the by postman. Okay, it's not on our hand, but I will try. Okay, so yeah, but it's assured that you will get something or the else. Okay, and it's a great benefit that you are getting the learning from here. Okay, and in future also you will get a lot of learning. And so okay, coming to the first part. So you have to create the first task, or the first competition which we are organizing is that this is a post event competition. You have to create a public workspace. Either you have to choose any publicly available open source API with its documentation. Okay, every open source APIs has its documentation. Okay, so you have to just search for an open source API with documentation. You can just I will show you this part. Okay, so and you can of your choice, and you can use a postman.com to create a collection. Okay, what you need to do is that nothing much, but I'm just sharing my screen again to show you what exact thing you have to do. Okay, like we have created a collection. We told that this is a workspace. Inside a workspace there are multiple collection or sub packages. Okay, so this is my collection. In my collection I have added the get, post, put, delete. Okay, so you just need to follow these four methods, nothing other than that. You have to just use the a postman API, open source API may contain multiple methods. Okay, but you just need to create a get, post, put, delete, and that too you need to use a simple API. Okay, which is available over the internet. You can just type in APIs, open source APIs. There are many, believe me. Okay, APIs, post. You can just type in open source APIs. Okay, there are in the GitHub dot any API also. You can use any API, guys. You can use this one. This is great, truly great. You can use this one also. Okay, just I'm sharing the links. Okay, I feel that Swastik can share the links of these public APIs. Okay, and you can just follow up any API, and even like we'll be sharing our contacts. You can just contact us, or you must be knowing us well. Okay, it's we are from the same community and the same colleges. So yeah, and we are in the groups also, community groups. You can just contact us in case of any issue you are facing. Okay, so we'll be helping you, no doubt. And you can use these APIs. Okay, there is a built-in documentation given. Okay, these are many APIs which can be used. Okay, you can use this one only. This is simple one. Okay, and you can just use the weather stack. Okay, and it will ask you to if there will be a documentation given, you can follow the documentation, click on the documentation section, and you can just follow the things. Okay, follow the steps. Even if it's asking you to there are many requests. Okay, you just need to get you follow the get, post, update. And if you are facing any issue, okay, just ping us. We'll be helping you out, and with the basic one. Okay, basic APIs. Okay, so no issue. We are there. And second thing is that where is the yeah. So Chrome tabs. Sorry guys, we'll be just taking your 2 minutes more. Okay, it's high time. I agree. So just and we'll be sharing you a link using the community forums. Okay, and you need to update you need to create a collection. Okay, and just make sure that the collection is public. How do you make a collection public? Okay, or private? I'm just telling you. Okay, again I need to reshare. Share screen. Yep. So how do you make a collection public? Okay. No, it's a workspace public, but you need to share the collection link. Okay. Just click on this share collection. Okay, and uh, through JSON link share to public workspace. Okay. Just give me a minute. Okay, guys, we'll look into that thing, and we'll be just informing you how do you need to make the things up. Okay, we'll be giving you brief guidelines about these competitions, and we'll be also helping you out. How will you get uh, like you will make your collections? Okay, as you're newbie in this field. So the second thing is that uh, this contains its own set of prizes. Okay, apart from that, just make sure. Yeah. Huh. So this is a separate competition, and the winners, the maybe the top five winners will get the Postman cool swags. Okay, swags kits, and there is another competition. This is a blog writing competition wherein we want you guys like what you have learned since this was your first session. Okay, uh, Chetan, are out of campus people not eligible? No. No, Chetan, it's for everyone. It's open for everyone. Even people outside IT are also eligible for the candidate, like for the swags. It's totally depends upon how lucrative and how creative you are in making your collection. Okay, we are not judging upon the like how complex APIs you're using, but just try be innovative, and surely you will be getting rewarded for your work. Okay, so next is the blog writing competition wherein you need to just in either it can be in medium, it can be any blog writing open public blog writing platform, or it can be LinkedIn, or it can be in Twitter. Okay, you can tag with a hashtag Postman student and hashtag Postman API. Okay, and you can also add a tag hashtag Postman Postman student community. Okay, ITR, and just like send us the link. Okay, through another Google form which we'll be sharing soon. Okay, and you need to just mention there what you have learned. Okay, and what was the favorite part in this entire session. Okay, and like how was your experience on Postman. Okay, and what specifically go into what things you have explored in Postman, and what things you learned about APIs. Okay, as this was your first session. Okay, and we also promote you to share your learnings on social media platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, even Instagrams. Okay, and add hashtag Postman students. Okay, so that we can get a better reach of you guys. Okay, and even if you are from outside the campus. Okay, it's we totally welcome you guys, and like there's no such partiality or discrimination on the basis of campus. Okay, it's open for all. It's not upon ITR. And Postman student community is in fact it's open for any student from Bhubaneswar or India. Okay, and like last session is the question and answers. Do you have any questions? You can feel free to add in the comment section, and we'll be answering to it. Guys, before that, just since we are running out of time, just I'm making a quick announcement that we'll be sharing you please feel free to join the Discord group. It's truly like there are multiple developers, there are Postman experts, Postman student experts, Postman student leaders, and as well as many community program managers. There are people experienced like Ali Mustafa sir, and as well as Archer ma'am. Okay, and who are really active there and guiding us. Okay, so it was even like did not have that experience. We got to learn so much about Postman through interacting with these peoples, right? And it's first opportunity that people from people like Ali sir and Archer ma'am are into our college programs. So it's great. So just a quick proclamation that we are sharing the Postman feedback form, and it's very mandatory for you guys to fill up this Postman feedback this feedback form. If you don't fill up, we don't have your data, and we won't be able to deliver you the swags. Okay, the eligible candidates will be announced. Okay, very soon. Like even within 2 days of the program ends. Okay, and you will be like contacted to Postman for the delivering of these swags. Okay, and yeah, and even if you have any question, you can directly reach us through the community channels in Telegram and WhatsApp. But even then you can also, and even Discord also we have our channels. Okay, so and if you are even not able to reach us, then you can directly just put a mail in postman.ita.community@gmail.com, right? And you can we are open for questions. And if what does the swag contain? Chetan, I'm like really sorry in this case. I don't, I myself don't know. It's completely on the hand of Postman community to deliver you the swags, as well as handle the subs, what are the contents of the swag kit. It's not on our based on our hands to make the judgment even. So to use path variable home. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, any question? Rishabh, not spamming, all good, but I cannot find my path variable in get. Okay, okay, great. I'm just giving you the exact URL. Just paste in your URL body. Okay, and you will get the path URL in parameter section. Okay, just I'm sharing it. Just a minute. Rishabh, just paste this the same in your URL path. Okay, URL body. I'm just again sharing my. No, no, it's fine. So you can just paste it in the URL body, and automatically in the param section, you'll find another below the query params. Okay, you'll find the path variables, and therein you need to add a key as ID and value, maybe any ID. Okay, any valid ID, or maybe that exists in the data servers. Any questions? Got it. Thanks. Great. Even if we participate in one contest, it is okay. Like you can participate in one contest, you can participate in both the contests. You can even it's on your hand. Okay, and even if you cannot participate also, it's on your hand. It's on your wish that you will do on these swags, and it's truly cool. I don't have the exact idea of what it might contain, but yeah, Postman swags are definitely very cool. And I am pretty sure that the winners would be blessed by these kinds of swags. Okay, got it. Thanks for the session. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you, Rishabh. Ali Mustafa sir. Yes, Chetan. Shivam Gupta. ITI community have any Telegram or WhatsApp group? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Already have. I think Shivam. We already have a Google Cloud Ready group. Okay, discussion group, and we have transformed it into a community forum. So we are active there. You can just tag us, and we will respond to your doubts. And even then, if you want, I can share you my contact details. You can just follow this. Okay, it's too late. Yeah, Amay, you can leave. You can leave. You can surely leave, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. Telegram channel link, please. Yeah, I'm giving you. I'm giving. Swasti, can you please share it? It's truly hectic. Uh, Telegram channel link, please. Yeah, I'm sharing. Amay, you can leave. Hey, that's a lot of information at the end. You can you please add all the information in the college WhatsApp group? I will definitely add it, and I'm sure that the for the contest details, we were not that much clear. We'll be adding those details in the participants group. Okay, in the WhatsApp and as well as Telegram. Don't worry about it, and we'll be providing all the details about what API you have to use, or we will be specific to what APIs you have to use. Okay, so that it's not trouble to find the API as a new beginner. Okay, and we'll be guiding you throughout the contest also how to get. Okay, Don't worry about that. Kaushik Lakhani, thank you. It was a great session. Thank you so much, Kaushik. Thank you so much for your time and for your effort. And thank you very much for learning. Okay, with us. Great session. Learned a lot. Great. Okay, okay, guys. Just a minute.
Thank
Just a
you.
minute. We have just a minute. Give me a minute. Like we okay. We can just invite Alisa to speak on some other session. I think we have like people here, 12 members. Sir, are you willing to speak? We can share you the guest link just for 5 minutes. Swastik, can you share the guest link to Sir in Discord, if possible? I think the host was awesome. Thank you, Malvika. Thank you very much. We truly we were practicing a lot, and it's finally the outcome of such hard effort. Okay. Kaushik Lakhani, we are eagerly ready to listen a few words from you, sir. Sir, please, we request you, sir, please, Swastik, please add the guest link, share the guest link to the to sir, and sir, please, we just want to even for 2 minutes also, if you can like if come to the Streamyard panel and speak 2 lines, it will be great, sir. It will be a blessing for us, sir. Yeah, Shivam, you are in Google Cloud Ready group. We will be sharing the WhatsApp link as well as, and we are pretty well active there, and we will be guiding you throughout the proceedings of the contest. Okay, don't worry about it. We are sharing all the details in the Google Cloud Ready program group. Swastik, please make it fast.
Already
I'm
shared
truly
the
excited.
link.
To sir,
Yeah.
uh, sir, can you please join through the link? Guys, I cannot wait for this moment. Swastik, please share it once again to sir in Discord. Oh, sir has came. There is guys. We have sir with us.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing good.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good
It's
evening.
truly like a dream coming true that a sir is in our. I mean,
Sure, not a problem. Yeah, thank you, Saurabh, for hosting this. I guess everyone enjoyed this a lot, and I also was in the session, and it was really good to kind of see you folks deliver. I guess audience enjoyed it, well, and I'm awaiting your submissions for the swags to see how many people are going to submit and kind of share about. So yeah, I'm not going to take much of your time because you folks are, already kind of waiting for almost 2 hours now. So if you want to ask any questions to me, I'll be more than happy to kind of answer them. Else, if you want me to say a few words, I'll be more than happy to kind of speak as well. Yes. Good evening, folks. Good evening, everyone. We received very fun jokes, I guess. You know, uh, during the session, I saw a few of them. They were quite funny. So that was good. Yeah, sure, sure. I I definitely plan to come to your college, and share a session around something, maybe around Postman, around community, around something, something bigger, which we can plan and definitely collaborate over. So yeah, I'm awaiting that opportunity to come and speak with you folks. Probably in person if everything goes well. In 2022, I'll be more than happy to come in person and visit your college. Else,
Wow.
virtual is for sure. I'll be more than happy to come virtually. So yeah. Pratik says I applied to the form. What shall my next steps to get the Postman student loan badge? So Pratik, what you can do is once you fill up the form, right, you can go ahead and you can see your email. You get actually steps which you can complete, and then you can earn your badge. Everything is completely automated, and the email, the whole training is kind of self learning. We still have a Discord channel where you can go ahead and you can kind of ask for help if you're stuck somewhere. We have amazing people from the community and postmanons who are watching that channel and would be more than happy to help you out with your training. So yeah. Yeah, this was I guess a very good session. I hope you all learned basics of API and learned how API works in real life, and eager to learn more. So yeah. Um, Thunder client, I have not heard about this. But I have seen, other, let's say, if you talk about competitors, obviously there are, Postman is not alone in that space. There are other, clients as well, like Insomnia is there. There are others as well. Rapid API is there. There are a bunch of others. But the market which we target and the whole ecosystem which we have is completely different from anyone else who pursue APIs. So our aim is not just to kind of go ahead and make a product which can be used by people to just query APIs, but help them in their development phase. Like you see the fork feature where you could fork it, you could actually even make changes and create a pull request, and the maintainer can merge your request and put it across. So yeah, that is one of such features which not just helps users but also helps you collaborate with others while you are kind of working on your API. There are bunch of other features which if I start telling you would take me a lot of time to cover. But once you start learning, definitely tool is our aim is to promote API literacy, right? So you can obviously go ahead and use Postman, which provides essential tools and also provides certification to get started with. So yeah.
And it truly like it truly automates your development phase. Like it's not that like thing that you will be just putting a curl command on terminal and checking what the request is coming and what the body is coming. It's not like that. It's completely automating. And believe me that postman currently the current postman application supports numerous of things like scripting to many things. It's we will be covering those things also in upcoming sessions. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I guess you have yourselves a good team in your college, Saurav and Swastik. So you folks, are going they are going to bring you a really good content in the near future. So yeah, stay connected with them.
Yes, yes, exactly. Sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Thank you very much, and thank you, ma'am, also for your time. And guys, totally like inspired by you guys. You have spent more than 2 hours with us, learning the things, and it's truly it's respected. It's hats off from my side that you have spent so much of time and eagerly learning things up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, folks. Bye bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.